Welcome back to my questions series where you guys give me a question and I try and help you through how you're feeling. And today we are just playing some CS:GO in the background. But I want to tell you a bit about my day. Today is Wednesday and it's like 8:28. I recently got a haircut, and the barber faded me up. Like he cut off so much of my hair and I looked on the ground and I was a bit sad. I was a bit sad. I was trying to grow out my hair, but I can't say no sometimes. And said, "Do you want to take off this much?" And I said, "Yes, yes, yes." Anyway, that's not the point. We're not here to talk about haircuts. Now, I got this new confession recently, and it really resonated with me because I personally do this, and I used to do it a lot as well. And the confession is it okay to try and suppress the feeling of love to avoid getting hurt again? Now I'm going to give you two answers. I'm going to give you the long answer and the short answer and some advice. The short answer is no. It is not okay to do that. Why, you may ask? Well, I would like to introduce you guys to the feedback loop. Now, the feedback loop, if you are familiar with coding, is a loop that keeps repeating itself. It just keeps repeating itself. However, our brains are like a mini computer. And when you tell your brain something, and over again, it becomes a pattern because our brain looks for patterns. I'll give you an example. Let's say I was very angry about something. I'll be like, man, I'm really angry about this. Why am I angry about being angry? I'm angry about being angry about being angry. You see what happens? It ends up for me to be more angry than I was originally feeling about, like, let's say, a small thing. Now let's apply this to your situation. Man, I don't want to be loved because I don't want to hurt again. Man, I feel lonely. I feel upset. I feel unlovely. I feel I feel unworthy of love. You see how this can be very negative? Feeding into your brain's loop. And that's not a good thing. I understand where this feeling comes from. I'll give you an example. I liked a girl for like 2 to 3 years. And I tried to get her to like me back multiple times. It didn't work. And after I confessed that I liked her, I tried to suppress the feeling of love whenever I saw her, or the feeling of likeness of someone whenever I see someone else. So I suppressed it and suppressed it, and it ended up being one of the most painful and horrible times of my life because I suppressed my feelings. And love is such a complex emotion. Love is just not one emotion. It's the feeling of happiness around the person. It's the feeling of compassion and enjoyment. And because I suppressed that emotion by feeding into my brain saying I should not have this feeling of love, I ended up the most lonely I've ever been in my life. Love is a very weird emotion because it's easy to gain, but it's very painful to let go of. Understand your pain completely. I've been through it. It's not okay to suppress that feeling. And I'll give you some other reasons why. I think another important reason is your impact on personal growth. Suppressing love can hinder personal growth and limit your ability to form deep and meaningful connections. Love is a fundamental human emotion. By suppressing it, you may miss out on your potential of fulfilling relationships and personal development. And another way I see it is if you miss out on that feeling of love, you may not meet a person that you have a meaningful connection with. That's a big loss for you. Here's my advice. While being hurt is extremely damaging to yourself, it increases your potential to have happiness. What do I mean? Well, I've talked about this in previous episodes, but when you are hurt, you have a chance to build resilience and to build a better life for yourself. Because you can say, I've been hurt by this thing, but I'm not letting it control me. Instead, I'm going to control it. I'm going to control it and become a better person because of it. Accepting that hurtness in your life is accepting into your personality. Suppressing it is suppressing it into your identity. It's still accepting it in a way. You're still suppressing it as part of you. But if you accept it, you can be more confident than ever. Thank you so much. This question actually is amazing. I hope you get through this feeling Don't suppress it. Accept it into your identity. And yeah, hope everything works out for you.